So, good day everyone, and today we will now be moving to another discussion or another topic dito sa ating subject ng mathematics in the modern world. And last meeting, we discussed about the mathematics in our world, wherein we discussed the different patterns in nature. Why why mathematics is very important in different fields. Why is mathematics is important in our daily life, and how affect the mathematics in our daily tasks. And for now, we will be discussing another chapter, another topic, and this is the mathematical symbols and language. So we all know language is, if we heard the word language, we are dealing with the subject English, 'di ba? So pag language, 'di ba, English ang naisip natin. Pero dito sa math, meron tayong tinatawag na language and symbols because mathematics has its own language and its own symbols. And we often use this, okay? We often use this as a math teacher and sa mga courses of fields na connected sa math. And although English language are inculcated or connected with the mathematical language. So let's go. So the mathematical language. So according to Jamison in 2000, once a student understands how things are said, they better understand what is being said. And only then do they have a chance to know why it is said. This reveals that for the student to define things or figures, they must have a thorough knowledge of what the figure is and how it functions as an object. So, di ba sa English world or sa English language, we have the 4 W and 1 H questions for each. Yan, the what, where, when, how, and why. Di ba? Also, ginagamit din yon sa mathematics as a language kasi in solving a specific math problem, you must understand what is the problem. Okay? How do you solve, or how we can solve the problem? And why do we need to solve a specific problem? So those are some of the questions, the W and H questions that we can use in mathematical language. And sabi dito, this reveals that for the student to define things or figures, they must have thorough knowledge what or how it functions as an object. So if those are the guiding words in order for us to connect or to answer a specific mathematical problem. So if we want to define a rectangle, we can say that a rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. Okay? So to be able to say this, we must have a thorough knowledge on what a quadrilateral is. A geometric figure with 4 sides. Some definitions may come very wordy or very laconic. Sometimes, too much information may be unnecessary and too little information might be acceptable as a sentence in the English language. Diba? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to English language. If we are giving definitions which is too much, wordy, okay? Ang daming paikot-ikot, ang daming mga salitang ginagamit, ang daming words na ginagamit doon sa specific question na hinahanap natin. Too much word, hindi pwede, pangit siya. Hindi naman sa pangit, parang redundant siya. Okay? Kapag yung definitions naman natin on a specific, or our answer in a specific question, it's kukunti naman yung information, hindi rin pwede. Dapat saktong-sakto lang din. Ganon din po sa mathematics. Before we define a specific math problem or math figure, yan, we must have a thorough knowledge doon sa hinahanap natin or doon sa question na sasagutin natin or doon sa mga mathematical questions na sasagutin natin. So for example, yung example dito is yung rectangle. Ano nga bang rectangle? Basically, rectangle is a quadrilateral from the root word quadra. or quattro, apat, di ba? 4 sides. Okay, rectangle is quadrilateral with 4 right angles. Basically, oo nga naman. Di ba? Hindi naman siya, it's a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. Tama nga naman. Okay. In the deep meaning of it, wherein yung statement na yon is very basic na lang, wherein lahat tayo, even you're not a mathematics student, you are not inclined mathematically, alam na alam natin yan. Okay. Para, if we want to improve a definition of a rectangle, we must have a thorough knowledge on what a quadrilateral is. Okay, di ba? Rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. Now, I would like to ask you, what is a quadrilateral? Di ba? Pwede yon. Pwedeng pambanat sa'yo yon ng mga someone is very capable sa math. Yung mga talagang high standard na. So that's why, using the WH questions, we can look deeply doon sa definitions ng hinahanapan natin. So what is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a geometric figure with 4 sides. Yun lang yun. Quadrilateral. Okay? Ang lateral, ang quadrilateral is quad is 4, at lateral is sides. Magkaiba ang quadrilateral sa kapag may makikita kayong angular, di ba? Hindi naman kasi siya quadriangular, hindi po. Okay. Magkaiba ang lateral at angular. Sooner or later, makakarinig kayo ng mga words na ganon. For example, we have equilateral and we have equiangular. Okay? Equilateral is different from equilateral, angular and lateral. Although parehas silang equal from the root word equa or equal, and lateral is sides. For example, square is an equilateral. Square is an equilateral. Okay? And square is equiangular. Why? Because a square, lahat ng sides ng square are equal. If the left side is 4 meter, the right side is also 4 meter. Same is true with the top and the bottom side. It must be 4 meters then. Okay, in terms of sides. That's why square is an equilateral. Now, how about equiangular? Equi equal angular, angle. So, yung mga angles na yan. Ano nga ba ang na-form ng sa isang corner or sa isang angle ng isang triangle, ng square? Ano ang form niya? It forms 90 degrees or a right angle. That's why all the angles are all the angles are 90 degrees. Okay. Now, let's go back to dun sa square. That's why ang square is equiangular. Kasi lahat ng sides nun or angles nun, it forms 90 degrees. Wala po palang word na quadriangular. Wala. But mayroong word na equiangular, and a rectangle is an equiangular because all the angles in the 4 corners of a rectangle forms 90 degrees and they are equal. Correct? Correct. Yan po yun. So, in order to get a deep meaning doon sa hinahanap natin or doon sa hinahanap nating definitions, we must have a thorough or a wide range of knowledge. Okay? Ang mga guiding questions natin, we have the W and H question, the what, where, when, why, and how. Okay. Too much mga words na ginagamit is not good. At kapag few lang or little information, pangit lang din. Dapat swak lang or sakto lang. Suppose we want to describe a point. We might say that it's just a dot. Okay. Pwede nga naman, a point is a dot. Because this is what the figure would eventually look like. A computer expert would describe it as a location because this is what he or she sees in the GPRS. An architect or an engineer perhaps would describe a point as an origin or starting point for every drawing that he or she does. How about a nurse or a doctor, a teacher, an accountant? How would the point be described? Yun na naman. So, ang question dito is, how would you describe a point? Diba? For you, how would you describe a point? Maybe, some of you will say, parang sabi nga dito, some of you will say it's a dot. Pwede nga, diba, dot? Yung tuldok, and that's a point. Diba? Pero, how about for the different fields the different fields, there is something that kinoconnect doon sa point. For example, sabi dito, doon sa isang computer expert. Sa computer expert, ang point sa kanila is yung makikita sa GPRS. Okay. Sa GPRS, Now, how about for an architecture? How about for an architect and engineer? Para sa kanila, ang point is doon sa starting ng drawing na. Diba, if we use the Cartesian coordinate system, or the Cartesian coordinate, a plane, yung mga points doon, yung mga dot na kinoconnect na dots, that is a point. Pwede mong paging basehan yon sa mga architect or engineering kasi doon yung mga blueprints ng mga engineers. Doon marami mga points doon how they start in building, in brainstorming, mga ganun. So may mga points doon sa blueprint. Now, how about sa mga nurse? Ano nga ba ang point sa mga nurse? Pwede sa mga nurse and doctors yung temperature ng isang tao. Okay, di ba? Kung gagamit tayo if we will get the temperature kung saan hindi na kaya sa kanya digital na kasi. So pa tayo sa iba. Doon sa BP, blood pressure ng isang pasyente, 'di ba? Yung manually we're not using the digital. Okay? Yung manual yung pinipindot, ayan. Tapos may pinipihit doon sa side. 'Di ba doon sa kamay, doon sa may bilog, sa mga measurement, mga pressure doon sa loob, may 'di ba magpo-point doon. So doon mo makikita kung ano yung blood pressure mo. And in that point, doon mo makikita, mapapansin yung yan yung magiging point, symbol ng point sa mga nurse and doctors. How about sa teacher? Pag point sa mga teacher, pwedeng period. End of the sentence. Diba? Okay. My name is Bryan AMBRE, Tuldok. That's a point. It's a period. Pwede. How about sa mga accountant? Sa accountant, saan ba? Pwede rin magagamit sa mga accountant. yung pagtaas or sa mga financial advisor, yung mga finance, pagtaas at pagbaba ng mga the money or the exchange ng pera. Pwede yon. So, doon pa lang na in describing a point, marami ng definition sa iba't ibang fields. Okay, marami ng mga definition or mga meaning or informations pa lang. So, yun na having little information, sabi nga, it's not good. That's why, you must think thoroughly You have a wide range of knowledge doon sa hinahanapan natin ng definition. Kasi, your perspective, although your perspective is different from others' perspective, but magkaiba naman if we are or I am getting your opinion and your answer. Kasi if I'm getting the answer from you, dapat yung sagot mismo. Kung opinionated yung question, lahat ng sagot natin tama. Okay? That's the difference of the opinion and the answer. Okay. There are things that the human eye cannot see, like air, molecules, atoms, electric current, gas, and maybe fate. How would you describe them? Do you think that all of this can be defined? Okay. Ang ganda nung sentence. Ang ganda nung phrase. We have there are things, sabi dito, na hindi nakikita ng ating naked eye. At nandyan, the air. Nakikita mo bang air? Hindi. The molecules, hindi. The atoms, hindi. Electric current, hindi. Gas, and maybe fate. Hindi nakikita ang mga to through naked eye, but we can describe this. How? Through feelings. Diba? Through feelings. Air. Pansin mo, may humihip, may hangin, medyo nalamigan, medyo na nag-touch sa balat mo, and you can say that, you can describe, or you can say that there is an air, but you can see the air. Seems true with faith. Simbahan. If you're a devoted of Christian faith or whatever religion you belong, okay, you have these strong feelings or strong devotion kung saan yung paniniwala mo. Doon makikita na you are faithful. You are faithful. You have your own faith. But faith, we cannot see faith through naked eye. Electric current. Hindi mo makita yung kuryente. Ano yung kuryente? Yung wire, pwede mo makita, but yung current, di ba? But masasabi mo na may kuryente kung yung isang tao is na kuryente. Nahawakan yung isang live wire, naapakan yung live wire, tapos na kuryente siya, may kuryente. May electric current. Ano ba dali sa katawan nung taong nakakuryente? Di ba? Through feelings, we can describe them, but through naked eye, we cannot. We cannot see them. That's why, kung sa mata, okay, look at the air. Okay. Do you see the air? Have you seen the air? Have you seen the molecule? Hindi. But you can describe them through feelings. That's the difference of the two. It helps us describe and define objects, cases, or sentences in a fashion where the description or definition becomes acceptable and understandable. The next topic is deemed essential. So it helps or describe and define objects, cases, or sentences in a fashion where the description or definition becomes acceptable and understandable. So the next topic that will help. So what's the next topic? Sorry. Now, yun na tayo. Our sinabi ko kanina is just the introduction of our main lesson. Now, let's move on to conversion of English expressions to mathematical sentences and vice versa. Okay,